Are we live?
Did you record? Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it's recording. Can't say I'm recording at the very beginning. Who? Welcome, one and all. We are so happy to have you. We got a jam-packed episode for the skaters and all the haters. What's up? It's do it or don't o'clock.
It rolls off the tongue.
Don't hit snooze. Don't go to sleep. It's time to wake the fuck up. Boo. Yeah. Welcome, one and all. We are here. I'm waiting for this to...
Is it just gonna keep going?
I need to adjust the fade out of that track. It's like too crazy. Like, we need to bring it down right as soon as the toms come in.
Yeah.
But that's for later time.
Don't go to hardcore shows.
Welcome, Do It or Don't, episode 8.
Yeah.
Let's go. 8 is great. Yeah, we are back for another week's worth of not a week's worth of episodes, our weekly episode. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Spencer, and there's a bit of nervousness in the air on our production side because this is the first episode that we're recording without our producer Jordan sitting in, making sure this whole ship is running. But I think with our current setup, I think we're, knock on wood, this wood desk, everything should be fine. How's everyone doing? Everyone having a good week? Vibing?
So good. So good.
It was mostly good, and then like one really bad day.
Damn. Did you run out of
But
gas again?
I think I'm over that. Dude, I don't even have a car.
So no.
I don't have a car. So no, I didn't run out of gas.
Oh, is it have to
Oh, I
that
guess-
bad thing that happened?
What?
Is
No,
that
that's
part
not.
of,
Oh, I haven't had a car for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
Come on, Grayson.
So I don't know. I don't know your life apparently.
All good.
I hooked up a dude's studio today.
Ooh.
That was
Oh,
pretty cool.
You did all like the technical running the chords and all that shit?
Yeah, this regular at my cafe, he's like a producer and he like bought a bunch of new gear. And he's like, I can't get sound out of it. And I was like, well, I can probably fix it. So I went over to his studio and like rehooked it all up and it sounds banging.
Nice.
Did he have like a bunch of good gear, or was it more like okay,
like a lot of really expensive, like one rack unit was like $3,000.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He makes beats. I don't fucking know. He's super nice. Also, I know that there's nervousness in the air, but you know, some people's podcasts go on without producers from the jump. So, not to say that Jordan is not missed.
No, we missed.
We missed
like,
Jordan.
The episode that we tried to record when you couldn't make it, we couldn't even record it. We had technical issues and it was fucked. So
Yeah, it was awful.
He's like the silent observer.
Yes. Yeah.
The witness to all things.
He really is. I was just the guy that we were setting up the studio for. Is he down to make some beats for the show? Maybe?
No, he charges like quite a bit of money for his beats.
Did you charge him to set up the studio?
Well, I wasn't expecting a lot, but he gave me quite a bit of money. So,
is it enough to get a stinger? I'm just kidding. You got to make your bread somewhere.
Listen, bro, I've been cooking up beats for the better part of a decade now. So if you need a stinger, come to me first. And then if you don't like that stinger, then we'll go to my boy Moose, and he can cook us up something real tasty.
Yeah. I mean,
my man does beat battles. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Because a rap battle is two people saying a bunch of like lines But a beat battle is just like,
It's beats.
are they just do they just have DJ tables facing each other?
I've never been to one of these things. I don't know if it's like a computer, like two computers with an aux cable going to each one, where you're like, play your beat, and you're like, that shit slaps, and then the next guy goes and it's like, I don't know, that doesn't slap as hard, and then you move on to the next round.
Yeah.
Or if it's like a B Rabbit 8 Mile type sitch where you like roast some other producer over your beat.
I think I would imagine that the rules are you can't say anything, but like your disses need to be in the music. So you have like some samples of like of whatever diss you want to say, but it's like embedded in the music.
Like, I'm the greatest. Boop, boop, psh, boop, psh, and it's like crazy
You
shit.
a bitch. Boop, ba-doop, tss,
Yeah.
boop, boop. Yeah.
Your beat got no bass.
Oh, and there's like a high pass.
Yeah, and
Well,
then you
mine
can like roll
does,
it.
and then it like that's when the drop comes in.
Man, this is I got a bone to pick with that. I was at emo night. Listen, I'll confess something. I don't believe in emo night. I don't think it exists. I think that what it is actually pop punk night. But
I agree.
But no diss. I know it's like a nice little money grab for y'all promoters in your various cities. So I'll let y'all cook on that. But I was at pop punk emo night, and the DJ, for lack of a better term, was on stage. The playlist curator was up on stage, and basically, like, it was like it might have been Blink-182 or something, like I'm feeling it or something like that. And instead of it like just letting the song play and everybody singing along, or not, because most of the kids don't know the words, he like cranks up the high pass. It's like and it gets all high and shit. And me and the sound guy just look at each other like, well, I guess he has to do it because then nobody would know that he's here, right? This is not like he's not transitioning songs together.
Yeah.
That's so.
But the way to let people know that he's here is like making it worse,
By just doing something,
ruining the experience.
like literally. So that was my Saturday night. I hope y'all's went better than that.
Honestly, this might be a hot take, but I honestly hope that I'm buried in the ground many, many years into this future, having never gone to an emo night.
I was working.
I
feel like that doesn't count then.
No, I was mixing in the other room at Foof's. And
oh, you
my
were just
friend,
there by association to a degree.
I was working for Fufun Electric, and then my friend was mixing in the other room. So I just popped in to be like, I've never been to one of these. What are they playing? Oh, pop punk. And then it commenced. Lots of jokes about that. And then anyway, Quinn, please go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
I was gonna say I've gone to 2 emo nights, but not by my own choice.
Like, are there people that like live and breathe emo night? Like
Yeah.
it's their Christmas?
Yes. Yeah.
I guess actually yes, but
Why do
they're
you think
misguided.
there's so many people at emo night all the time at Stinky D's? Like,
But they're misguided. I will say. Because they are not fans of emo music. They're not emo fans.
they're not. Yeah. Some of them are, but some of them aren't.
Most of them are not. And most of them do not even know the words to like a Census Fail song, which is an actual emo band.
Right.
And most of them don't even know the words to The Black Parade, which is not an emo song,
Yeah.
but people
At
associate.
The emo night I went to, at least in Winnipeg, they used to be held at Cowboys, and Spencer knows what that is, I'm sure.
I do, but also have never been there myself because
Is that a country bar?
Yeah.
it's like
But
it's
they put emo
pretty
nights there.
it's pretty
That's sick.
standard for like to have cowboy bars in Calgary, but like moving here and then going back a couple times and then just being like, oh yeah, Cowboys. Ugh.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. But
I'll go there.
anyways,
On any night.
they don't do their emo nights. I think it might have closed down, to be frank. I haven't seen anything there in a while. But regardless, yeah, the one emo night I went to there, everyone in the crowd just looked like a bunch of normies, and I'm like, this isn't really an emo night at all.
I don't know where you guys live, if this is a thing, but in the eastern part of Canada, you've got these like scene kids that are very young, and they're wearing like Hot Topic-esque clothing with like the trip pants with the bagginess, and but then they wear like Juggalo paint.
Ah, yes.
That's been a little bit of a thing here, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where the Juggalo paint came from. Like, I remember working at Hot Topic and us having ICP stuff, but the scene kids were never really associated with the ICP crowd so much. Oh, we're already getting some content here.
No, I was just trying to find. So, Alternative Press did a top 10 essential tracks to know before your first emo night.
Ah, okay. And already from these 4 examples, we have 0 emo bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Good Charlotte. That's Paramore, Fall Out Boy, and of course, My Chemical Romance.
I feel like.
What?
Would you say My Chemical Romance is like full not an emo band? I feel like
They're pop
They're-
punk alternative.
Yeah, they're pop punk, but they're marketed to emo fan base.
Because of the
that's
look.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put Fall Out Boy as more of an emo band than MCR though.
I would agree with
'Kay.
Grayson's stance on that.
Let me just say, this song off and this whole album, 10 out of 10.
That shit hits. That was one of the first
shit
covers
does
me and
hit.
my friend Sean in 5th grade tried to learn.
Taking Back Sunday, Make Damn Sure.
Emo band. That's an emo band.
Okay, so that gets the emo pass. Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down. That's
That's
like
too pop. That was on the radio.
That's like pop rock.
Yeah.
Pop rock? Yeah, sure.
That's pop rock. Pop rocks.
My Chemical Romance, Helena.
Great song.
Great song. Are they gonna have 2 My Chemical Romance tracks on this list though?
Probably.
Paramore, Misery Business.
Great song. Not a emo song.
Yes.
That's the scene. Look at everyone in that picture is a scene kid.
Mm-hmm.
I had
Dude.
the same hair
W-
as Haley.
Also, I mean, that does check. I see where the red comes in.
That's my cousin.
I'm gonna take this image and then just put your face.
Just put it through ChatGPT's like Ghibli filter.
Jimmy Eat World, the middle.
I would consider that more of an emo track than any
Yeah,
of the other
I
ones so
feel-
far.
I feel
Mhm.
like that's emo adjacent. Well, Taking Back Sunday.
Taking Back Sundays definitely.
Metro
Definitely
Station.
not emo.
That's a
at
scene.
all.
That's a scene core song.
Yeah.
The fact that this is like a song that you need to know, that's embarrassing.
And they had way more like sad emo songs. Downfall of Us
Okay.
All is a metalcore song.
Yeah, that's so far off the rails at this point.
That's like at the very entry before the term was coined, easy core song.
Yeah.
It's pop
If
punk with
anything,
breakdowns.
If It Means a Lot to You, should be on that list instead.
Yeah.
I would
That
put
song is actually
303.
way more emo.
303 is a scene band.
Or this.
No. 303 was like a normie band. This shit was played everywhere.
But they were like
Like
they-
adjacent to Kesha.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
got big. But at the early stages, it was definitely like part of the Ohio like scene core move. Like look at the
Yeah.
hair.
It's like the emo
Yeah.
hair but wet.
The zoom is vicious.
It's the emo hair but wet.
Ugh.
Very,
Shit.
very sweaty.
Very sweaty.
Hawthorne Heights. Okay, I would say that this deserves to be on this list.
This is emo light.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
emo sugar free. Is that the end?
Oh, they only put one My Chemical Romance song and it wasn't fucking Black
That's
Parade.
a little crazy.
I feel like Helena is a better emo representation than
But equally
Black
great
Parade
songs,
is.
but I feel like my Black Parade is like way more societally known. Like you could play
I
that
would
at
put
a
like
hockey game and people would know what's up.
I would put like either Calling All Cars or Can't Be Saved by Census Fail in place of some of those. I would put a Saves the Day track, a Brand New track, like Jesus Christ. That's an emo song. Or Sowing Season.
Mm-hmm.
Or Sick Transit Gloria. Come on. So those are emo tracks. We need to correct what emo is. Play a Koyo track. That's a good representation.
Quinn,
Because there's different times. Like Quinn can chime in on this for sure. Because Midwest emo is a thing, and then you've got the Long Island, like kind of New England-esque emo, which is very like punk rock influenced and sounds very different. And then you've got like the late 90s screamo, like emo Midwest, like Mineral, which is very different than Midwest emo. And then you've got like Japanese emo, which is crazy. So I don't know what your take is, but it's so watered down.
Yeah, I'd agree. It's very watered down emo for emo nights. And
we do
that's
not
why...
condone emo nights here on the Do It or Don't show.
No, okay, wait.
Wait.
We don't condone calling it emo night, but it is still a great place to go and have fun and rock out with your friends.
Yo, they played
But it's not emo night, it's pop punk night.
Newfound Glory. They played they played Hit or Miss by Newfound Glory. You better believe I was into that shit.
See?
But that's not pop. That is easy core.
Right.
That's like Calling All Captains.
Which
It's
just
not an emo band.
A quick plug. I'm actually going to Calling All Captains Edmonton hometown end of tour show this weekend. I got asked to help film a bit of a multicam setup, and I'm going to be shooting some content for the show. So I'll have that for next week. But the only ideas that I have is to do some like behind the scenes of like filming the show. But I think in between the bands that I'm not supposed to film, I also want to do some content. But we could talk about that later on.
I really want to know how that show is, so you have to update us.
You will be the first to know. Let's get into some stuff on the dock.
Why is
But
that so funny, Grayson?
So Calling All Captains played here, and the bands that they played with, I have some friends that play in those bands, and I still didn't go to that show just because the crowd, I can't. That part of my life is over. When I was a young boy, my father did not take me to a pop punk show, but I used to go to pop punk shows, and I can't do the finger points anymore. I can't do it. I can't hold my arm up that long.
you can't cheer for pizza like the rest of us?
I can't. It gives me indigestion.
So
I'm
Grayson
lactose
is
intolerant.
old.
Listen,
So Grayson's just an old man, is what we're learning.
it's true. I can barely go to hardcore shows now.
Well, to back up Grayson on the pop punk side, like it is not the thing. Like, and this is this perfect tie-in to the main story or the main segment that we're doing today. But a lot of the stuff off the Tony Hawk soundtracks that we're going to be reviewing later in the episode, like there's tons of punk rock, pop punk things on there, and I'm like, this was the golden era, and it feels weird when it's bands can still do it and keep that genre alive, I guess.
Yeah.
But it feels weird when it's like that. I don't know. I think that there's also like an aspect of there's a lot of bands that do that. Like there's the TikTok pop punk bands, and sometimes they're like my age, and I'm like, bro, no, stop.
Dude, I ran the show for Pop Punk Factory or Punk Rock Factory. You know the TikTok dads that do Disney punk rock covers on TikTok.
No.
Okay, they got huge. You're gonna have to pull this up.
Okay, it's on TikTok.
Yeah, punk rock. You can find it on YouTube as well, but Punk Rock Factory. But they did like Disney theme covers and punk rock. And those dudes are like in their 40s, and I ran their show in Montreal, and that shit was packed.
Oh, hold on. I need to have a hotkey to share my screen here because I am dumbfounded.
How's Winnipeg doing in the playoffs? We're still looking good.
I think so.
I've not been keeping track.
Bruh, I'm not a sports person.
I didn't even know the
Spencer
Canadians
could
had
answer
made it.
that more accurately than me.
No, I haven't been Jets. Oh, here's a fun fact. So my neighbor in the back alley from my house, as soon as when game 1 started, he put up a St. Louis Blues flag.
Oh, dude,
I was
go
like,
tear it down and burn it.
That's wild.
Wait,
We don't like St. Louis.
look at what I just googled.
Bruh.
Jest Blues. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay.
Yeah, so these dudes are old and British.
Oh, sorry. I'm realizing I'm on the wrong tab.
Oh, there you go.
Oof.
Well, they're up 2
Wait.
games though. Come on,
Yeah. Well,
That's
that's
true.
not ideal. All right.
they're up 2 games. They'll come back. They did this in the
Yeah.
first game.
Yeah. Go Jets. Go Jets. All right. Back to these way too old of men. Okay. So I already don't like it.
Are you playing it?
No. Yeah, we can pull up some. Dude, imagine if I get claimed by these bozos. Oh, I've definitely seen these guys.
I don't think I have. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything.
I hate this.
Spencer, show the class.
Show the class?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
we can't
We don't
see what
see
you're
it.
looking at.
What? I'm on the right thing. You can't see this tab?
No. We don't we don't see your screen at all.
Okay, hold on. Let me try that again. You heard it though. You
No.
heard
No.
the what? Okay. This might be a weird part for Jordan to figure out in the edit.
Good luck.
Sorry, Jordan.
All right. Can we see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's loading. We'll have
There
it.
we
Yeah,
go.
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does As It Was by Harry Styles work as punk rock?
In this world, it's just us. You know it's not the same.
I hate it.
Oosh. It's
Yeah, I don't like that.
so they got Under the Sea, which is pretty good.
Under the Sea? Oh, the Disney ones.
I think I heard that one. Oh. Wait, maybe I have heard this.
Oh no, they did Pokemon?
Oh
I-
no.
Oh yeah, they did. By the way, got an update from my boy Mustache. He said his studio is still sounding good.
Work as punk rock?
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em, my heart's so true. My courage will pull us through. Teach me
I don't like it.
We don't like it.
No, not at all.
Anyway, I had to listen. I stayed in the office the whole time because I just, after 30 seconds, I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah. I wanted
Very nice guys, though.
You've met them?
Yeah, I production manage their show in town
Oh.
because I work for Extensive Enterprise.
You know that they're like one of them's an accountant. And they're like, "Oh yeah.
Oh, of course.
What you do over the weekend?" "Oh, just played some music with my band." "Oh, you're in a band?" And then they like pull up the videos. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just in our garage.
And you've got
And we
paint
play
tape all over your
sometimes.
mic stand. So cool.
Wow, we
No judgment though. That's what you want to do. Like, I'm not here to be the judger of people's.
I realized that we haven't even touched anything on the talk.
Nah.
We went
Me
into
and-
emo night like hard.
And just vented.
Yeah. Okay. Just a couple quick things. But before we get into it, I'll just kind of set up what the rest of this the main meat of this episode is going to be. So we've talked about it already on past episodes, but we want to do a Tony Hawk soundtrack tier list. And essentially how we're going to be kind of setting that up is, we decided, like, well, we could do one whole episode that feels like that's a lot of music to kind of churn through. So we're kind of splitting it up. So we're going to be doing it every other episode starting today. So next week we won't do the next 3, but today we're doing Pro Skater 1, 2, and 3. And we're kind of be doing that in frequency leading up to the release of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3+4, as well as serendipitously around Neversoft Day. So we're going to be kind of doing that. I have a tier list prepared. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of people who are listening who are going to disagree on some opinions on some of these, I'm sure. But this episode, I feel like we're at the golden nugget. We're at the cream egg inside when it comes to Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks. But before we get into that, we got some quick videos to hit on. This one I'm very excited about because Quinn sent this, and this is content that speaks directly to me.
We didn't do bev checks.
Okay.
No, I mean, we can skip it.
Well, everyone just hold up what you're drinking. The silent bev check.
Cheers.
All right. Nice.
Yours can looks like it says mezcal, so I'm confused about that, but we don't have to go into it.
It's a
Just
mezcal
leave it a
gose.
miss.
I've drank
it's
this
a
multiple
Goza?
times on this. Yeah.
Mason Atlas.
You're drinking Atlas Mason?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tastes good, great.
So Quinn, you saw this
Yeah, it
life
just
as
popped
a
up, and I thought
as
it
a
was
Tordo?
cute. And I knew Spencer would like it. I didn't expect it to make it to an episode, but here we are.
This was
Who's-
my
who's-
first thought. Protect his ears, but I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. Well, it probably works the same as just regular human ears.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they can hear better, right?
That's true.
Typically, you have to put some kind of a wrap or something, but it can't be too tight because otherwise the dog will be uncomfortable. But yeah,
Look
usually
at
you would
this
just put
guy
like some
with his
kind of.
little carrot.
I know. It's so cute.
It is very cute. I would love to do that with my dogs, but I know it wouldn't be like this. It would be my dog just running to the front of the stage and just barking at the front of people. I like how this guy just walks by and is like, "Yep,
Hell yeah, brother.
that's cute." I like that.
Mhm.
Having an animal on tour definitely just centers the whole group.
I fully agree.
I thought this was funny just because of the election coming up. So if you're a Canadian listener, make sure you go out and execute your right to vote. whatever party that you choose to do so. This is not the time to tell you who's right and who's wrong. But
I can't vote.
Grayson can't vote, so here's that. I just thought this was funny though because Nardwuar, first off, is a huge inspo to me. Just having someone who's does an ungodly amount of research and has ways of finding things out about people and artists that are beyond comprehension. And the fact that he had Mark Carney on, and then that is as in and out of itself is kind of a weird kind of political I'm gonna go on the Nardwuar podcast, but the fact that he said this when it comes to his favorite band was quite interesting. I'm gonna just refresh it.
I love Nardwuar.
Nardwuar is the GOAT.
The human serviette.
There was a band called Sweet Thing, and they were playing at the Bronson Center. I went to see Sweet Thing with my wife, and all of a sudden we noticed there were a lot of people staying on afterwards, and it was down with Webster. And from the first tuba sounds of Time to Win, it was
fucking so. That's cool. I feel like that's as cool as Stephen Harper playing piano in a band. I feel like those are two comparable things. I don't like Stephen Harper, but the fact that he played piano in a band.
That's true. It's like Bill Clinton playing saxophone.
Yeah.
Right?
You think Trump plays anything musical? No.
Probably not.
Trump, he barely speaks correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, go vote.
Maybe that's a segment, finding politicians who can riff. Political candidates that could join a future project if they.
Well, I am a huge.
I like how he does
with
the
Webster fan.
W
How?
too. Because
there's a band-
some conservative party is like, he did a gang sign. Stop! He did this!
There's no gangs in Canada. No, I'm just kidding.
Shout out to all my
Grayson.
out there.
I'm gonna get shit for that one.
All right. Also, I feel like this warrants an entirely full episode, big deep dive. But something that I think everyone in the DIY music scene can all get behind is the band Trapped is pathetic. And I actually had the realization that I think the one song Headstrong that I definitely liked back in the day, I think it actually doesn't hold up. The more I listen to it, the less I like it.
You think so?
I think that there was a time that I was like, okay, that's the one-hit wonder.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it doesn't. It's not aging well. And I think it's because of what we're about to watch here. So, again, I feel like it warrants its own episode to just. Quinn, do you know the band Trapped? You might be too young.
But I know who they are. I just never listened to them.
Okay, so quick lore about Trapped. Had the one really popular song. I think that they were on Roadrunner. I don't know if someone wants to fact check me on that.
They were very big.
In the ever since 2019 to 2020 specifically, the singer really went on just a tirade of responding to just any comment that was criticizing the band, and their reputation just started to tank. Again, this warrants a whole separate episode, But for people that know, they're very they're still saying this. This is from 6 days ago. So they're still very like cancel culture. So we need to watch this video and then we'll watch the next one. So this is on a tour that I think it's like an acoustic tour, which
Sick.
like yes, bands can do that. I think Stick to Your Guns did that. Oh no, not Stick to Your Stick to Your Guns did an acoustic tour. So it could work. But Trapped is not a band. Like I don't want to see someone with a cajon going like stop it. Anyways, I digress. So this is a video that they posted about one of their shows on this tour.
What's up? Trapped is in Pittsburgh tonight, and we had a couple venues cave to cancel culture in the last few weeks, and it was going to be really hard to do the show, but we decided we're doing it no matter what. So we got a stage together. We got this venue called the Building for Arts and Culture. We got some
I don't mean to pause it early. This is a DIY hardcore show, but the fact that it's got the fucking Trap banner, it's crazy.
It's like, you remember when No, go ahead.
I was just, the fact that he's like, we had some venues cave to cancel culture, and I'm like, I think maybe they just didn't want to work with you.
Also, I like that comment where it says cave to cancel culture is a loose translation for we didn't move tickets.
That is based. You get a like for that, Jared.
You remember when like a big like touring band would come through your local DIY? Like a Victory Records band or something would come through, and they had like the backdrop and they would put it up and everything, and then the PA is like 2 busted ass PV speakers from a church. And nothing's
well, that's what
mic'd.
this looks like. That's what this looks like.
Bud Lights, White
Oh
Claw,
my God.
no.
Oh yes. Okay. So the pan to the messed up merch table and the coolers of the of White Claw. I'm like, I would love to see a beatdown band in this space, but this is just, it's like posting through the pain.
And just everything that our fans are going to need to have a great time with us tonight. And I want to thank all the venues out there. It's probably about 35 out of like 39 shows that didn't cave to cancel culture. The couple venues that did.
Like, even just that point, it's like, okay, well, what are you being canceled for? And then I'm sure if anyone searches Trap singer, it's going to be all the crazy posts. Like, again, it's a whole separate, but there's a lot of racist and I'm pretty sure transphobic shit that this guy has said in Minecraft. Yeah. In the Minecraft movie. I think people need to start saying that now. In the Minecraft movie. Because then it's like, you can't sue me. Because it said in the Minecraft movie. Did you know the singer from Trap was in the Minecraft movie with Jack Black?
Oh no, I did not know that.
No.
He's in it?
He's the chicken jockey.
Oh.
I haven't seen the movie.
That's not really him. Come on.
No.
Chicken jockey. I don't have the fucking sound.
Can you add that?
Hang on.
Later. There's a whole episode I feel like we need to do with Grayson where it's like all of our soundbite offerings of like, please add this to the library. Anyways, back to cancel culture with Trap. Oh.
Pittsburgh, they trolls, they say, they lie about things I said 5 years ago.
Lie?
And
Chicken jockey.
Oh. Pulling up already.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke I made, I did apologize for that, for my insensitivity for anybody who's hurt by that. But yeah.
This guy, like, it's crazy because that one song that got them so big is like on that new wave grunge, but this guy like screams.
He's called Headstrong, and he's being like an apologist. Like he's apologizing for like being a dumbass.
Yeah, but also not
Like,
being.
I'm sorry that I said this out of pocket, racist, transphobic shit.
But we're still gonna do the show with the White Claws.
If you
Come
still
on
fuck with
through.
us,
And
come
I think
to our busted merch.
important note is he did call it a joke, whatever he said. I apologize for the joke I made.
Right. Versus, hey, I've reflected. What I said was fucked up, and I shouldn't have done it.
Mm-hmm.
0 out of 10 for the apology. I was just gonna say this guy is very like fraternity bro core. Like that's
You know who
what
he looks like? Do you remember Ghost Adventures? The dude Zach?
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, it was big. It was like a huge thing on it was on Travel Channel, I think. But it was like this team of ghost hunters, and the leader of the group was Zach. And he looks exactly like this guy. Zach Bagan.
Paranormal
He has a museum.
investigator.
He has a museum.
Maybe
There he is.
here.
In the early 2000s, he was pretty like fraternity bro core.
Is this Zach or the singer of Trap?
It's both. They're interchangeable people.
Or is
They've
this
never been in the
Poppy?
same room together.
That's true. I'm gonna take you on. Okay,
That's a good song. Good track.
it's all right. So, anyways, man's.
Yeah, we moved on. Our fans have moved on. There's a few people who haven't.
That's
But,
also a
yeah,
tell.
we
We've moved
What
on.
kind of necklace
but
is that?
some
Is he wearing a
people-
T necklace?
A T?
What?
No,
Is that a
that's
T, or is that Jesus Christ?
it's either.
I think it's supposed to be a cross.
I
It
think
looks like a
that's-
T.
I think that's Jesus on the cross.
Is it a Jesus on the cross necklace?
Well, you got the cross, but it looks. Apologies,
I can't
it
tell.
was just Easter, but it looks droopy. So I
No,
think that
Yeah.
there might be the body of Christ.
I cannot tell if that is our Lord and Savior or if it's a T for trapped.
Oh, you think he's wearing a trapped necklace?
I think he's wearing a T for trapped necklace. I don't know if that's a cross.
I feel like that's a stretch.
I'm gonna need a deep dive. Is this like a part of his?
Yeah.
Also, who is wearing fucking distressed T-shirts in 2025?
This
What
guy.
outfit is? Who did he rob from like 2009? Did he like find the last Aeropostale and stock up?
It's like those movies where they're on the run. They're like, we need to change our clothes. And then they just grab whatever's closest.
They went
Okay,
to
let's
a
go to the
giant
show.
tiger. They went to Giant Tiger and just found everything they needed.
Okay, so
I found a local band's band merch at Goodwill, and it was $1.
Sometimes you luck out.
Yeah.
This happened to me
No.
too. I won't name the band because it makes me
no,
feel
I don't remember the name of the band, but at the time it was my professor's band, or like someone who worked in the film school at U of W. But yeah, it was his band's shirt, and I didn't even know because I wasn't really in the music scene yet.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But the person I was thrifting with knew that it was his band, so I bought it and I wore it the next day to class.
I am very upset now because I think the next video is going to show you guys. I think they might have deleted it.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Oh
like.
no!
Oh, fuck! Fuck! Okay, so it was right after they posted this, and then it was the next video. But, like, oh,
Was it
that
the
upsets
turnout
me
of the
so
show?
much.
Was it the show?
the turnout of the show, what like it literally is in a it's like in a garage, like I am, but it's like
yeah, it looks. Yeah,
there's like 5 people standing, and they're all sitting and playing their acoustics, and then the rest of the people are sitting in like lawn chairs.
That's so funny.
Sucking like and
that's so good.
like with Peace and Love, like this.
Oh, that's
is-
my hometown.
Oh, do you know where this is?
Yeah, Coach's Corner. My mom used to hang out there all the time. That's an outdoor venue. They have really good chicken tenders.
Do they fuck? Does she fuck with Trapped? Was she at this maybe?
No, she definitely was not at the Trapped. She didn't pull up to the Trapped gig. I probably know a bunch of people there though.
Do you want me to zoom in?
No. I know
Who's
your
this
name.
man?
Yo, everyone in the crowd looks exactly the same. So, like, homeboy in the front on his phone, in the polo long sleeve thing with the New York hat. Is that a New York hat? Yeah, New York hat.
Holding it like this.
Dude, the Got Drum shirt goes hard. I do got drums.
Yeah. I don't think there's a person of color in this audience.
You'd be surprised though. Savannah's got we're a diverse
That's not
crowd.
about Savannah. It's
Oh,
about
wait,
fans
that might
of
be my mom in the
Trapped.
front row. Can you zoom into the front row? That first table there.
My mom in the front row.
That
Who,
lady
this?
on the left.
Is this your mom?
No, that's not my mom.
Okay.
She has like long, like reddish hair.
That would have been
Like my
so
mom, but-
funny.
So from afar, it looked like her. It is not my mom. That woman is not nearly
Oh
as
no,
beautiful as my
I've
mom.
zoomed in. I've zoomed in way too much.
What are you doing?
We were
We're stuck
at
in an infinite zoom.
we were at 500%. Okay. So, anyways, I feel like doing a trap. Oh, that's so funny that they deleted that video. I'm gonna have to start screen recording and having backups of these videos because,
That's bound to happen.
it's bound to happen. It is funny though because if you look in their comments, there's always gonna be someone from the hardcore scene goofing on this band. Like, just give me a sec. I saw Triple B was throwing shots. But honestly, every comment, dang, there's there's dozens of people there. Oh, I am so mad that I don't have this video to show y'all. Anywho. Okay, so Trapped on the decline. Yes. Okay, so last
Appropriate.
week we did Guess the Band, and Quinn with Peace and Love forgot to have things prepared, so we made sure to include them and have we call this a bonus round. So
This is gonna be
Yeah.
very interesting because there's a couple on there I'm not sure you guys are gonna get at all, but we'll see.
oh, so you just made it extra difficult.
No, I didn't make it extra difficult, but I threw in like if you know, you know, and like you guys should know, but I don't know if you know, you know?
No.
I don't know.
Oh. For some reason that Imgur link just took me to the home page. So let me try that one more time.
What?
Or Quinn, you could
Imgur.
bring it up, right?
I could, yeah.
Are you
I
sure?
don't know.
Well, I'm asking them.
Okay, let me zoom in a little. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay. Sorry, I'm laughing already because this is gonna be.
Wait.
Quite interesting.
Before you show it,
Mhm.
how many are there?
10.
Grayson, you want to put
Some
some
of them
money
should
on
be
this?
super quick.
I don't have money to put on this. Don't even ask me. I'll give you a toonie.
You want? I'll
I gotta-
put
I-
$5 on it.
Okay, fine. 5. We'll do a 5.
5. 5. All right. All
Stick
right.
out your
buy you
hand
a
and shake my
Subway.
hand. Don't buy me a Subway. All right. All right.
Okay. Here's the first.
Michael Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not a band.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Michael Sarah Palin's a band?
Yep.
Okay. How fast can I lose $5 is the title of this.
No. I made sure to include hardcore bands.
Arm's length.
No.
Can you zoom in?
Drowning pool.
Yeah. No.
Under oath.
Sinking. What? What's the genre?
Like hardcore, I think, right?
Hey, Grayson, no typing.
That was
No,
not
that's me.
My hands are here.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hands
No, I'm
up.
trying to.
Hands up.
I can't see your hands.
Like a post-hardcore pop punk. There we go.
Arms reach? No.
No.
Post.
Are they Canadian?
No.
Oh fuck. How many words?
2.
Oh fuck! It's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh.
I'm surprised you guys are taking so long to get this one.
Is it obvious?
Yeah.
Post hard. It's post hardcore.
Yeah.
Are they on a label?
I think so.
Well, that doesn't give me any.
Fuck me. I know this one too. It's like in the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, they're on a label. Yeah. I thought so. They're pretty big.
Post hardcore? What?
Post-hardcore pop punk.
I'm not really that great at describing genres, so that's what Wikipedia says.
I was gonna guess abandon all ships, but Quincy
Yeah, that's
is
not
really, but
Canadian.
It's also like that's 3 words.
2 words.
Yeah, abandon ships.
What are they not doing?
Man overboard.
No.
Oh, that's a good guess.
What are they not doing?
Oh, can't breathe.
Living?
Oh, can't swim. Can't swim.
Yes, there you go. Can't swim. I don't know how that took you guys so long.
Okay,
Because I
wait.
haven't. That's like I love that band, but I never remember that band.
So it's 2-0.
It is 2-0.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one was fucking stupid.
Arm's length.
Arms.
That one was that was a giveaway for Grayson.
Okay.
Kingston. Hands like houses.
Yeah. What? Grayson's so good at this.
This is
Grayson.
my tism.
Grayson is locked in. Binary Code, the band.
I know you both know this one.
What's the genre?
Hardcore.
How many words?
2.
Fuck. I'm just looking at the Matrix.
This one's hard.
The color's important.
Code Orange?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was good.
There's more to code than just zeros and ones.
Yeah, that's not that was binary code.
This
so
was
I
the
guess-
easiest way to make it
Yeah,
visual.
no.
That's,
I'm
I'll
on
give
the
it.
board.
I'll give it. No, that's numbers.
Here's the comeback. What's it say?
I'm your biggest fan.
Hat fan. Chapeau. Finito.
This one's crazy.
You guys should be able to get it.
Hat. What?
And the color's important.
No, not for this one.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm your biggest fan, Mr. Hat.
Title fight.
No.
Well, what about that is title fight?
Head in the ceiling fan. I don't know. I'm
That's
just.
true, but definitely a bit of a wild guess.
I'm your biggest fan, and it's a hat.
You know
or a
what?
cap.
You guys might be. Oh,
Cap stand?
yeah. There you go.
Is that really it?
Yeah.
I'm having the mad scientist that made Frankenstein, and I'm like,
Do you not
I
get
made,
it?
I made
You're
a
staring
monster.
at it. You're staring at it, and it's like the numbers like going through your head. Like
Do you get it, Spencer?
I don't know the band Capstan.
You don't? I thought you would.
No,
you didn't have a pop punk face.
bro, I did.
That was there.
Okay. Pocket change.
No.
Orthodox.
No.
Ooh. Wait. What's in
This one-
what's in his hand?
It's communion. He's taking Eucharist.
Okay.
It's like the meaning behind it kind of has to do with it.
Wait, is
The body.
No.
Show me the body. Show
Braille
me the
body.
communion.
No. This is another hardcore band. Spencer should know.
Oh God, I'm gonna hate myself when I don't guess it. Jesus
Morning Star.
Peace.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Jesus-
that was a good one. That's a good one.
Jesus peace.
I love that you're getting all of the 2010 like hardcore metalcore bands.
All right.
Bro, I've gotten two.
Yeah, but they
You're
were
good.
both bands that I love.
It's just a cat who spilt some dirt in a pot. Wait, is this an emo band?
No, it's a hardcore.
Okay. Tiny moving parts? That's not a hardcore band. but-
No.
Ooh, this one's
This one's a little hard. And this one
Yeah,
I
this
figured
one's
would be a little
puzzling me.
hard.
yeah, I need some hints.
But it'll make sense if you get it. You need a hint?
yeah.
The dirt is not packed anymore.
The dirt is not packed anymore.
Yes. What is the word for that? Or what? How would you describe that?
Messy dirt. Uprooted. My cat made a mess.
Loose.
The cat's not important.
Knocked
it's
loose.
Knocked
Yeah,
loose?
it's the action which
Because
led
the cat
to.
knocked the pot over and it loosened the dirt.
Mhm.
I feel like Charlie from Always Sunny right now, being able to just like decipher these fucking stupid meme picture things.
I made some pretty hard ones.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. Knuckle puck.
Yeah.
Keep
that one-
moving. Keep
that
it going.
was for crazy.
Just keep scrolling.
I don't think you guys are gonna get this.
No infinity? Wait, that's the infinity symbol, but with a line through it and an X. So does it double cancel
In-
itself out?
In half.
Half of infinity?
But
What's
what else
that?
what else is that symbol called sometimes?
X.
A
No.
sideways 8.
Close. Yeah, like
Wait, so 4? 2.
Figure 4?
yes. How did Grace get that?
I
A
love
figure
figure
eight.
4.
Cut in half. It's figure 4.
You should have spun it upright.
Well,
Is that the end?
I need my
Yeah.
$5. You can e-transfer
Alright.
it if you want.
I thought Spencer would get more of those. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I
most
was
of them are
about to say,
Canadian
Grayson,
made.
what's your email? But then I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't say that on there.
Not on the recording.
I
I'll
didn't
send it
expect
to you
to get
later.
that many. What's worrying is I got all of the pop punk ones, so that should be telling as a person for
Right.
me. Mr. Hardcore
Mr. Hardcore.
knows all
Okay,
the pop punk bands.
so our main thing that we're talking about in this episode, and this is the first of many, is our Tony Hawk soundtrack tier list. Can I get a air horn of some kind?
That's what I had. I don't.
Just an explosion also works.
Here.
That's more appropriate, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need. Oh yeah, keep it
Got
going.
it. Got
Oh,
it.
Okay,
No.
never mind.
I forgot I had those.
I like the explosion.
This one's good too. Next segment.
Yeah. I feel like that last singer's like
Okay,
a
no.
nice.
No. Now we're doing too much.
No, we're not doing enough. We're not doing enough. Okay, real quick. So, this is how. Wait for it. So, this is the tier list.
Are you
That
showing
is.
something?
I
It's
don't see it.
give it time. Oh, I'm showing the wrong tab.
There we go.
I
Oh.
saw something.
There's something. There we go.
All right. So, this is the official Do It or Don't Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack tier list. We got all of the main games.
Hell yeah.
So for this episode, we're doing Pro Skater 1, 2, 3, and then the next time we do this, it will be 4, Underground, and Thug 2, and then we get into, that, and pretty much. No, I love this game. I'm talking about all of. These
like
are the
Downhill
dark
Jam?
ages. No, I'm saying these are the dark ages.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
This is the
You
golden
can't like
era.
Downhill Jam.
These are the dark ages. But we'll
I
get to
had
that
a-
later.
I had a colleague in French class who was significantly younger than me, like was born in like 2000, like 5 or something.
Already
Yeah.
saying 2000, that's already too young.
No, it was like after, like it was like the mid 2000s, and they were saying that Downhill Jam was their favorite Tony Hawk game. I was like, that's because you weren't alive for the other ones.
Facts.
It's true. Hold on.
I was like, you never even played Tony Hawk Underground with that storyline? Come on.
Fantastic storyline. Really great game.
turn on my space heater.
Wait, do you have your space? Do you have your space heater, your fan, your humidifier, and your dehumidifier all running?
No, I just have a fan.
Okay,
Or
so you are
a-
not fans
a
of The
heater.
Office. It's clear. That's clear. That's clear to me now.
I am, dude.
What about when when Michael Scott is not the manager and then he comes back and then Aaron's like, I have your space heater, your fan, your humidifier, and your dehumidifier all plugged in.
Don't remember that part.
Just it's the little things.
Such a niche part.
That's
Well, it's
that
because I
seems
have to
so
remember
late
all
in
of
that
it.
show's.
No, it was season. It's season 6 because it's before Michael Scott leaves, or
That
season
show-
7.
That show feels a lot longer than it actually is. To me.
It's
Maybe that's just me.
All right,
it's
we're
8
off
seasons,
topic.
9 seasons.
Yeah, way off topic. Anyways,
So, I told everybody last week that to listen to the first, second, and third soundtrack, which I think is actually going to be. I don't know if it'll be easy of where these are going to be placed, but what I want to do is go kind of do a general deep dive of each soundtrack. We'll look at all the actual tracks and then, highlight some of our faves, maybe some that maybe not so much, as well as if there's any like specific bands that you think could have swapped to a different song. Like the song that's represented for them, maybe that could be changed. So the first, let's pull up the O fucking G, as they say. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, the original, which came out, I think, 1999?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right. So no judgment. Show of hands, who played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1? I
Yeah, on
did
PS1.
later, but not when it originally came out.
not at all.
I feel like Tony Hawk. I feel like the first level of that game is like one of the most iconic levels of any Tony Hawk game. But we're here to talk about the track
The
list,
warehouse.
obviously. The warehouse. All right.
The warehouse.
From top to bottom, and here's the thing about Tony Hawk soundtracks is that even though there's really no general order to these songs, because when you play any level, it will just shuffle a random song. So you might get Goldfinger right at the beginning, or you might get that at the very end of your run.
Yep.
So just from top to bottom, Dead Kennedys, Police Truck. That's a banger. The Ernies, Here and Now.
Sleeper song.
It's a sleeper song, but it's very, very good. And maybe I'm skipping ahead. I think it goes. It feels like this is obvious to say, but I feel like it, like without saying it before doing this whole segment, like Tony Hawk as a game put so many people onto these different types of bands and just different types of genres that a lot of kids like never even heard of before. And like in multiple reviews of the series of games, as well as like the early games itself, people would call these soundtracks like perfect, a gateway into all these different things. And like I am of the generation where I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and getting obsessed about Ace of Spades, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well, even I think there was an interview that came out recently where Tony, Mr. Hawk, was saying that they just put on the soundtrack, they were just putting what they were listening to, right?
Right. Oh,
Like
I
at the
actually
skate
have
park.
that clip. So maybe we should pull that up.
Jamie, can we pull it up for a moment?
I think that we actually watched this on the second.
Yeah,
it
with
the
the
hat
shouted
that-
out
with
the
your
hats.
friends? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like the commentary is still warranted. So let's quickly see if we can pull that up. Oh, Colbert, don't do me dirty.
Title of the episode: Spencer takes 5 years to load up anything.
You can't see?
No.
Oh, sorry. I literally clicked share. Grayson, what are you doing?
I'm just dancing.
A shimmy away keeps the doctor away. Have you not heard that? No, what is
I
that? A shimmy a day keeps the sad away?
I don't know about that one, but I can attest.
It's a recent TikTok trend.
All right,
There he is.
Mr. Tony. Hey, Tony.
Tony the Hawk.
Oh, I guess I can re-click this. Mr. Hawk. Mr. Hawk with the big cock.
How involved were you in making that iconic soundtrack?
Very involved. In fact, it was fun because we weren't under many regulations for that game. It had never been done before, so Activision gave us free reign to do whatever we wanted. So I definitely wanted to keep the culture alive in it and represent it well. And so I just threw out bands that I heard growing up at the skate park, largely rooted in 80s punk rock. It was like Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Sex Pistols, Gang of Four, and Dead Kennedys. And I didn't realize that
I'm
that would be
realizing that
such an
some of
iconic
those
part.
bands that he mentioned, at least
Almost
are,
none of them.
well, the only one is Dead Kennedys.
Yeah, that's literally the only one. That I was just thinking that.
So, and we'll get into this, but I do think that like certain songs or certain bands with certain names maybe were brought to the table but weren't carried over because it's like, listen, we're making
Sex
we're
Pistols.
We're trying to make a rated teen game, and we're trying to. This is the first one that we're doing. We might not make any more after this, so let's make sure that we do it. But yeah, it's I'm like, he wouldn't just say that without actually have mentioning like I brought a Sex Pistols track to the board meeting at Activision or whatever.
A Black Flag song? Could you imagine?
I mean, there is
The game
a
as well.
Rollins
And people really identified with
band
the music.
song
I think
on-
it opened up people's eyes to new bands
on
and new
Tony Hawk Pro
genres.
Skater 3, but
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's
uh,
what he's thinking of, is like cross.
Well, I want you to know how much of an effect you've had on people. One of my footage
and
producers,
we watched this clip
Carly
before
Rasner,
where he brings out the hat, the youth energy. I'd rather be listening to any of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtracks. See if I can find that.
the game.
Oh.
Here we go. Tell me who these people are right here.
Let's see. We have Steve Cavallero, Kareem Campbell, Eric
bunch
Costin,
of-
and Rodney Mullen.
Okay, and then-
Oh.
Rodney Mullen kind of looks like Brennan from Turnstile.
I was just gonna say, I was like, wait,
Just saying.
Turnstile, is that you? So the other thing that I want to showcase, I was watching a YouTube video about it, and there's a quote from the former Tony Hawk Pro Skater producer, just talking about how they went into certain things when it came to the soundtrack. And this comes from YouTuber named, once it loads on my shitty ass computer,
When Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remastered,
very much fart.
Those birds. Woo. They're huge.
Those are some big ass birds.
That's Canadian geese? What is that?
I think they're just ducks.
When Tony Hawk 1 and 2 Remastered was released in 2020, former Tony Hawk producer Scott Pease was asked why these soundtracks have gone on to garner such a beloved reputation in the world of video game soundtracks. His response hits the nail on the head. Quote, "It came down to not picking tracks based on market research or what was, quote, hot. They were legit skate tracks, hand-selected, and
I
in
can
some
read the rest
cases,
of this. Thank you, Dancing with Ghosts. It came down to not picking tracks based on market research or what was hot. They were legit skate tracks, hand-selected, and in some cases just old enough to be new to younger fans of the game. We also put a premium on variety so that in the play session, the soundtrack wouldn't drone on. Each run would surprise you."
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? We also put a premium on variety. Oh,
Like,
so
like having
he's
different
talking
styles.
about variety of songs, yeah. Which, in the first 3 soundtracks here, I have some notes of just different things that I noticed from soundtrack to soundtrack. So, jumping back, so we got Dead Kennedys, we got the Ernies, Even Rude, Vilified. Something that was a track that I wasn't as familiar with until doing this. This might be this is the song that I think is the poster child when it comes to Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack.
Yep. That's the one I
agree.
always hoped would play when I started my session. I was like, I hope it's that one.
Like,
I hope it's that one with the
it's
horns.
Dead Kennedys, and then you're like end run, and then you restart it, just trying to get Goldfinger.
I need the Goldfinger one.
I think, like, I'll just say, I think that this is the best track on this soundtrack. I think it's not my favorite compared to other stuff that maybe scratches a little bit more of the punk side of me. But if I had to think of a track that is best represented for the very beginning of this whole formative collection of songs, Superman doesn't, like, it's Superman. You can't beat Superman.
It's good.
And you can't beat Goldfinger. Primus, Jerry Was a Race Car Driver. I didn't realize until, like, really actively listening how hard that song goes. I think specifically the guitar solo in that song was always like, like,
such a weird
that
band.
is baked into my brain. Speed Dealer, Screamer, Nothing to Me, Suicidal Tendencies, Psycho Vision.
Great track.
This was the track when I was listening to the playlist I would repeat the most.
Good track. Thrashy.
Yes.
It's like thrash
Very,
punk.
very thrash punk. The Suicide Machines, New Girl. That is like the, if Goldfinger is Batman, I feel like this track is Robin, because it still has that, like, did like, it has that upstroke guitar.
Yeah. But it's like a lot more in the it's like in the more not traditional ska. It's just not as ska punk. It's very much like ska.
Yes. It's definitely more punk leaning with sprinkles of ska.
Yeah.
Unsane. When I was thinking about my least favorite, it was between these last two here. This one, just my only critique is the fact that it's like one of those, I call them like a train that just started moving out of the tracks. Like, it's got that sugar, like, I see all of the parts of the train wheels moving at the same time listening to it, and it feels very slow, and the song kind of stays like that, and the vocals are like really distorted and almost like pulled back in the mix, so you can't even really hear anything that he's saying. But thinking about that song in the context of playing Tony Hawk, I think that actually does work. It's not
like that.
It's
like
not
the
my
heavy
favorite
track. It's like the heavy one. You're like, oh shit, it's the heavy track.
Yeah.
But it also feels like the singer probably has cornrows and he's a white guy.
And then lastly, the Vandals, Euro Brigade. This one was kind of Eurobarge. Sorry.
I don't like that song.
Yeah, it's not my fave. Overall, like all tracks from the late 90s, aside from the Dead Kennedys being in the late 80s, definitely
The Primus one is the Primus one from the 90s as well?
91.
Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry, I can't fucking read.
So I think things for Pro Skater to Tony's comments, like it was very much like in the skate punk realm, having some subtleties of, ska, because ska punk is obviously on the adjacent branch of that. And then you have like some thrash stuff, and then some heavier stuff from Unsane. And then Primus is a bit of a unicorn, or like the flamingo of the bunch, but everything feels very unified, but still has that like Tony Hawk Pro Skater diversity. So, Grayson, before we select a place, do you have any other thoughts on any like certain favorite tracks of yours, or just overall things about THPS 1?
I mean, the Goldfinger song was always like the most famous one it was always the one that I liked the most. And I remember playing on the warehouse level and fucking trying to get over the half pipe into the little cabin deal. You remember that shit?
Mm-hmm.
The little floating, and like that song would be on. I'm like, fuck yeah. Well, I wouldn't say fuck. I'd be like, frick yeah. But yeah, that's the one I remember like the most from that game. And I think I remember like the Unsane song confusing the hell out of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, what even is this? And the Dead Kennedys, when I was like, okay, like this is old guy music.
Right.
But overall, like that was definitely, I didn't even realize at the time like how much those songs would have shaped my listening today.
So
because I still don't like Primus.
Do you like that song though?
I don't know, man. Like, you know how there's like bands that are like, they're weird, and then there's bands that are like, there's bands that just like, they're like, we want to be so weird, like we want to be the weirdest band you've ever heard, and like Primus to me is that band, and that's fine. If you like that band, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't like thinking that hard.
Like I mentioned a little bit later, or a little bit earlier, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 was like the main game that I played the most, but I had an N64, and I remember going down to my local game store, and I had all my allowance money saved up, and the two games that I was picking and choosing between was this blue, and I wasn't sure if it was Pro Skater 2, but I just looked it up, and it is this blue cartridge. I should pull it up on screen so we can all relish. So it
I
was.
don't know why I played it on. Because I had a PlayStation and I had an N64, but I distinctly remember getting the PlayStation game.
Mhm. I never have had a PlayStation ever.
Why?
I was a Nintendo and a Xbox kid.
Weird.
My household was both Nintendo and PlayStation.
Yep, same.
So, well, had the Xbox for Halo. That's really it. That was the thing that carried me through.
That's valid.
The whole thing.
I never had an Xbox.
Yeah, same.
So back to because I truly think that this was a pivotal moment in my life. The two games I was mulling over, and they were like right next to each other, was this blue cartridge, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 for N64, and right beside it was Pokemon Stadium for the N64. And for anybody that knows me, can you guess which cartridge?
Pokemon Stadium.
Yeah. And I truly think that if I picked this one, I would definitely be skateboarding. And I definitely think I might have gotten into bands maybe sooner. Like, I feel like that was a very pivotal. I think I just had a Pokemon detour for a little bit, and I love it. I I want to be the very best like no one ever was. But
Big Pokemon fan as well. I have literally this guy.
We got Larvitar on Quinn.
Yeah.
I can name like 3 Pokemon.
Oh, that's disappointing, Grayson.
I grew up in like a household where Pokemon was not allowed. Like one of those weird households that like where like
you were the ultra religious, like
like I don't invite my friends to church because I'm scared. They're pocket monster demons.
Yeah.
And they're gonna possess your kids' brains.
I really
was
would
the kid that would not invite my friends to church because I was scared of like what they would think of me.
I really want to pull up the video of the pastor doing a sermon about how Pokemon is demonic, but we really need to focus on making sure we get through this. Okay,
do we vote on the tier?
So I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 laid the groundwork for everything else. Seeing some of the other, like, being a fan of a lot of the other games and seeing how the way that they would curate these soundtracks over time, I feel like it's not conducive to put the very first soundtrack at the very top in S tier, but I would think it belongs in A tier for sure.
I'm gonna
agree.
Yeah, A.
It's not long, so you can hit all those songs really, really well. And I think the fact that it doesn't get old showcases that it's a good collection of songs. I think the things that we're going to get into now, they built on top of that, but I feel like, it's the first thing, but I think over time we will, because we're going to have multiple things in each tier list, so we can kind of move if it's at the top or the bottom of different tiers. But anywho, that's Pro Skater 1.
Yes.
Let's talk about Pro Skater 2. Blood Brothers, Papa Roach. Oh, I was going to give this more praise.
I never liked Papa Roach very much.
I can understand that sentiment. I think this Infest and this song specifically is like, it gets my blood like going. Like, I gotta land a fucking pro combo in one move right now.
Yes.
Next up, probably one of the most crazy and iconic collab tracks maybe ever. Bring the Noise by Anthrax and Public Enemy. Every time I listen to this track, it's almost like what the fuck am I listening to?
But you've heard the album of all of the like metal bands doing collabs with the rap groups?
No, actually.
There's one with there's like a whole record.
Is that where this is from?
I feel like it is.
Well, that regardless, it's song just.
I love that track.
I have talked to people of the same age demographic as me and being like, this song is like the one that got me like, I need to play double kick, or I need to just like play like music like this exists. That very like as much as I would like that to be that is contender for best track on here. Guerrilla Radio by Rage Against the Machine. Good song. I feel like maybe a different Rage song. I would personally like to see a different Rage song on here, but I also think I don't know if like certain ones might get the green light from Activision. That like, do we want to just have a song where half this like the bridge is just "fuck you, I won't do what you tell me," but they're like, well, these kids are playing these games. We can't just, pin the nail on the.
Okay, so I have an update. That song is not off of the record I was thinking about. The record I was thinking about is a record by Cypress Hill.
Okay.
Called Skull and Bones, which had it had a rap side and a metal side, or a rap metal side and then a hip hop side, and it had like Fear Factory and Rage Against the Machine, which was a really cool record. And then this Anthrax track is off of the album Attack of the Killer Bees.
Oh, I totally forgot. I was supposed to do something for this segment, and I forgot to do it for the Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Okay, are you guys ready? Wait, ready?
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, brother.
That's sick.
Anywho,
sorry.
It is funny too, because it's like we got to show gotta show our guy. Anyways. Uh-oh. My laptop's doing that thing again.
What
Nothing
thing?
that you guys... My laptop is so fucked, guys. My display starts to do these crazy lines, and I have like a ghost mode. It look here. I'll take a screenshot and I'll just post it in the doc. Oh wait. I love how I'm like, guys, my computer is so fucked, and then I just try to do more things just to like overhaul it even more.
And
That is
completely
very
derailing
me.
from the segment.
Yeah. No, don't worry, we're getting there. All right, so it's gonna be in the doc. Pin the tail on the donkey. This is where, compared to Pro Skater 1, where things get a little... Oh, you guys... Oh, no. It probably doesn't... You probably can't see it, actually.
What?
You probably
He's
can't see
focusing
my...
on the screenshot, I think.
Yeah,
No,
you
a
can't see the
screenshot, I don't
screenshot
think would show
because
it.
it's like it's a hardware thing.
It's like in your actual computer.
It's the hardware. Yeah.
No. Anyways, this is the difference from Pro Skater 1 to 2, where you start to see a lot more like hip hop and music that isn't derivative of punk get added in, and it I think is really cool because it kind of like it showcases that people that that skate in general don't just listen to like, it's not just one dimensional. And I would imagine that people that would skateboard, from their house to school or whatever, like, maybe they're just like rolling through and just hearing like all these other music genres just out in the streets. So Pin the Tail on the Donkey, again, like this is a shuffled list when you play the game, but that's one of the first ones to kind of showcase here. And I really like that one. Next up is You by Bad Religion. It's okay.
Good song.
Okay.
I like Bad Religion.
They're not a band that has really tickled my fancy personally, but
I feel that.
When Worlds Collide by Powerman 5000, maybe one of like
It's not their best. It's not their. Wait, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Powerman 5000 is a like we're gonna do a separate good band name, bad band name. Powerman 5000 is a bad band name, but that band, I fucking love that band.
It's so good.
I really like that song. I'm curious what the track that you think is better.
Off the top of my head, I can't name like one to replace it with, but it's just like I feel like there are better tracks. Because in that lineup, it's like super weird when you're listening to it, and then that Powerman 5000 track comes on. I'm like, oh god, this is crazy.
Bombshell or
band,
Supernova Goes Pop is the next up in the popular list, but When Worlds Collide, yeah, that's crazy. So Supernova Goes Pop has 12 million streams on Spotify, and then guess how many When Worlds Collide has?
50 million?
144 million.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah, big fan. Powerman 5000. No Cigar, Millencolin. This is a track that
I actually like that song.
It's a little like distant. I listened to this all week. It was only Tony Hawk.
It was Swedish. It's a Swedish band.
Oh, okay. Is that the first international? Maybe.
No, I think there was an international band on the first one.
Oh, okay.
Like
Still,
I think
cool.
who's the band that did? Was it the Vandals that did Eurobarge?
Oh yes, yeah. B-Boy Document 99. That's a good song.
It's a good song. Featuring Mos Def.
Cyclone by Dub Pistols, also good. This is the one where it's a little less like baked into my brain.
That one's kind of a skip for me.
Cyclone?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember skipping it a couple times after I listened to it the first. May 16 by Lag Wagon. I think that song I also didn't. It wasn't anything.
That's an anchor track.
You feel like that's an anchor track?
Yeah, that's a good fucking song.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I live in Quebec, but Lagwagon, that's a good track. It's punk. It's like punk rock.
Yeah, I think. I think there's just maybe an element of it like does this feel like too on the nose? But heavy metal. Oh no, sorry, I missed one. Subculture by Styles of Beyond. It's funny in the Spotify that I was listening to, there's a remix of this song that is totally different. So I had to go and listen to it on YouTube. Good song, like it. Heavy metal winner. We'll just fire through the rest of these. By Consumed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evil Eye by Fu Manchu. Out with the Old, and then 5 Lessons Learned. So this is 15 tracks, and I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 was 10, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a little bit longer. It's not like crazy. I'm scared for some of the later ones that we're gonna do here, because they are long. Grayson, you sound to be more the expert when it comes to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. But do you have any other thoughts before we put this in a slot?
Honestly, I was pretty young when these first two came out. I just remember distinctly that first one because I had a demo of it on a sampler disc.
Oh, okay.
As well before the game came out. But for Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, like I may not have even owned it. I just rented it a few times from the video store.
Mm-hmm.
And for people listening that don't know what that is, it's you would go to a movie store and there was a game section and you would rent a game off of the wall and hope that it wasn't
thing called
scratched.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, Blockbuster. There were some local chains, but yeah.
Yeah, my shop was local. It wasn't. I lived in such a small town at the time, though.
What was the one we had local? It was called Video Gallery.
Oh.
But then we had Blockbuster. Blockbuster was like whenever we go to Blockbuster, I was like, oh man, the selection's so good.
They got everything.
They have they're literally the newest releases.
Man. They robbed us.
I can't remember the last time I went to a video store, like before they started closing down.
Okay. Quick poll before we put Tony Hawk on the board. Let's say if streaming went away and they had to bring, or if Blockbuster was viable from a business standpoint, would you rather have a membership that you pay and then you're just going to pick a movie like the old-fashioned way versus like having a streaming service on at your disposal?
Absolutely.
I think I would also be one of those people.
I would say for me, if I'm alone, I prefer the streaming service option. If I'm picking out a movie and watching with other people, it would be fun to go like to the store as a group and like find something.
Okay. I just think that there's nothing worse than you're sitting down to watch something on Netflix and you're just like rifling through things and you're like, oh, maybe that. And it's just you're paralyzed by choice.
You have so much content to choose from and it's crippling.
Mm-hmm. And
so
I would
be honest,
rather go to Blockbuster and get something that's either like oh, something could be newer or older and be like, oh, I haven't seen this movie in a while.
Yeah.
And you pick that up.
So if anybody doesn't know, the library also, you can check out movies and music and stuff. And that's free. Like
okay,
100%
Grandpa.
free. You say that now, but my library by my house, that's literally 2 blocks from my house, has the entire Criterion collection. So keep guffawing at me. But I literally, I shit you not, like a couple months ago, my wife and I bought a Blu-ray player because we were like, okay, well, we're going to rent. Like, we're going to start using our library card to get like Blu-rays and stuff. And I've been checking out like 7 a week.
7? Wait, that's 1 a day.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm
I
in
don't
film
watch that
school.
much.
Grayson be in the library.
I've been in film school too. I'm not watching that many films. Sheesh.
You have to. And some of them are new. Some of them are like really, really, really old. Like I was watching some Kurosawa films from the 60s. I just watched 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. That one scratched as shit though. Anyway,
maybe we'll do an episode where we all bring our favorite like sleeper movies, like not the this is my favorite movie and it's fucking Avengers Infinity
Jaws.
War.
If
Fast
anybody
and
brings
Furious.
Jaws, I swear to God.
No, it's got to be like
niche. Yeah.
well that like we could do like the when people get married it's like the something old, something new, something blue, like we could figure out some kind of structure like that. So there's like you can get something newer, but then you can also get something really, really niche. And we can also make each other watch these movies and then we can talk about them. I think that could be interesting.
That would be interesting. A movie club moment. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do movie club.
Movie club.
Should we do one movie a month? I think
Yeah,
that
Sure.
that seems reasonable.
Okay. I think starting in April, we will figure out a way to do that. And I feel like maybe Grayson, you could be the first to pick because you are the one in.
already have
Both
the
of you are in
perfect
film
movie.
school, so I can't.
Was previously, not currently.
I have the perfect movie.
We'll workshop this idea. Okay, Tony Hawk. Some call it a movie, some call it a game. We had Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and A. A lot of banger tracks, but also like a lot of tracks that were kind of like
Skips.
skip.
I'm gonna put it. I mean, if I may be so bold, I'm gonna go with a C on this one.
Whoa, okay. I was thinking maybe B, but C is. I mean, okay.
Well,
Like, what are the songs that carry this soundtrack?
See where there's disagreement there, because for me, I think May 16 by Lagwagon carries, and I think Bring the Noise definitely carries.
Oh, that's an undisputed fact.
Guerrilla Radio is a terrible choice for this record.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for agreeing with me on that. I think top 5 for me would be Bring the Noise, Blood Brothers, When Worlds Collide, B-Boy Document 99, and maybe Pin the Tail on the Donkey.
Pin the Tail on the Donkey is like good, and I know it's like Naughty by Nature, which is cool.
Yeah. Like to be fair, we can make these placements and then we can adjust if we're like, okay. But I don't think it's
I don't really
hard
know
set.
the soundtrack too well, but just based on the bands alone, because I know the bands versus like the tracks more specifically, some of the bands, I would also agree that it goes kind of C, especially with some of the soundtracks to come.
Yeah, like well, once we get to some of these, like I might be pleasantly surprised that I really like Proving Grounds soundtrack, but we won't know until we get there. So,
Right.
I'm thinking high C, low B. So I'm okay to put it in C for now, but I might vote for it to go higher, but lower in the B category.
We'll figure that out when we.
I know we're upsetting
Cross
people
that line.
already by doing this, but I don't make the rules. I just play the game. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, gays and days, we are at Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Some might say, and some being Spencer, this might be one of the best Pro Skater soundtracks of all time.
If not the best.
If not the best.
I
You're
might feel
goddamn
inclined
right,
to agree
Grace.
with that.
Okay. I think
Bring
my
it up
screen share is
again.
fucking me.
Yep. It's gone.
I don't know if Gordon does. I don't think you were doing this intentionally, but you're like saying like, bring it up, turn it up,
Yeah,
bring the
I did that
noise.
intentionally. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, are we on second bevs?
I'm on third bev.
I've been hosting this show. I need a second, but get this Volkswagen ad out of here. Stop seeing this ad. Okay. No, I don't want a video. What's going on? Okay, here we go. Okay. Starting off hella strong. AFI.
Straight up.
The boy who destroyed the world. Maybe, like, I feel like, you know, Grayson, how you were mentioning when you play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and you would load a level hoping it was Goldfinger? I think that is me for this track. And I'm very sad that Jordan isn't here on this episode. I know that he's here in spirit because he'll be editing it, and he can add a little, like, you know, text box if he agrees with me. But, like, this whole album, if not this song, is just, like, so iconic when it comes to just Tony Hawk games in general. I think it's as iconic as Goldfinger. Goldfinger.
I'd agree.
Also the best era of AFI.
True.
Also, I would agree.
Adolescence, Amoeba. Hot take. I think that this song has actually grown on me. Or I think it's a love-hate relationship with this song.
No, it was sick. The verses were like, we are scientists.
The verses are the best.
Looking through
the
the
chorus
microscope.
is what it's like. We have to get through the song name. What's
sick.
up, creature?
That's a good song. That's a good fucking song.
Alien Ant Farm, Wish. This song is so ahead of its time. This song came out in 2001.
hate Alien Ant Farm.
You are so wrong. This song is so like.
I like the song too.
Grayson, you need to listen to the song and listen to the musicianship of the drums. There's a part where it's like, it's during the, like, call it the chorus breakdown, where it's like, dun 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 dun, and there's the stops, and there's like this like flam snare part where it's like, whoosh, whoosh, and it's like, ugh. I literally was listening to my car today, and I screamed of how much excitement that song brings me.
I, for the longest time, didn't realize that song was Alien Ant Farm, and I really do like this track. It's just, every time I had to hear that fucking Smooth Criminal cover.
Let's look at things in a silo. We are not looking at the entirety of Alien Ant Farm. We are looking at this track.
Is good. This track is good.
Okay. Oh my god. I'm looking ahead, and literally there's not a sleeper track for the next like 10. Body Jar, not the same. That is
This was my favorite track on the record. I think this might be my favorite track on the entire playlist.
I mean, it's on the podium. It's top 3.
Like, you're not the same. You've changed. I don't need you anyway.
You're not the person.
I think that's one of my top tracks.
That shit shaped my entire life, I think.
Yes. This is one of my favorite tracks. Up next, CKY 96 Quite Bitter Beings is so like it's like how like what is happening? It's like the riff is so crazy, and then the drums are just as crazy because they're doing like a ride jazz part and then into like a like like a dance
The
beat.
vocals are so weird.
It is like you literally like threw a bunch of crazy raw meat into a blender, and then that came out. And you're like, this is a fire-ass sandwich. I feel like if we're looking at top 3 of this initial era, I think that song is on it personally. Del the Funky Homo Sapien, first off, legendary stage name. Or
crazy
if that's
track
his,
too.
If that's his legal name, shout out to his mom. If You Must, it is a crazy track. And again, this is that balancing of scales when it comes to like really heavy, like more guitar centric music to like having like street music that you would still hear at the skate park. And just skating around different levels and having someone be like, you gotta wash your ass. Just
I was like always like, what is he saying?
Or else you'll be funky. It probably increased like cleanliness of teens in their buttocks region by immeasurable numbers. Guttermouth, I'm Destroying the World, literally is like it's like
It's top
hillbilly
3.
punk rock.
It's top 3 for me. I love this song.
It's the banjo. It's in the intro. It's like the like, what's
and
that?
Get your dad bear.
No, what's the instrument?
So
it's like it sounds like a frog. It's like
It's a mouth harp. It's a mouth harp.
It's
so it's
so
this little
good.
thing you put in your mouth and like slightly open it, and it like is like a rubber band thing where it's like angle. It's very hillbilly.
It's
I have
like
fun.
Sorry, you go.
No, I have a fun fact about this. It's just I have an anecdote about this song in band. So my first gig, like for working in sound, one of my first ones, I was mixing for the punk bar in my hometown. And we had the not Code Orange. We had the Agent Orange tour come through. Agent Orange is a very famous punk rock band from the 80s into the 90s. And the tour package was them with the Queers and Guttermouth and then like some regional opener.
Okay.
And so I got to mix Guttermouth doing this song. And I was like, I feel like I have come full circle from being like a 12-year-old, not even a 12-year-old, like this is 2000, so like a 9-year-old kid, like hearing this song, and now I'm mixing this band play this song. Super weird.
I don't know if you remember, but was this song, like, obviously they played this song.
Yeah.
But where in the set list was it? Was it like
Oh, it was
the
almost
closer?
last.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It was like the hit.
I mean, like, I'm sure for some bands it's like it's forever the rest of time people come to their shows. I heard you guys own Tony Hawk, and I'm sure that's a really, really cool feeling. But I also think on the flip side, it's like, oh man, like no one's checked out our other music. It's just only the Tony Hawk track.
Just the Tony Hawk track.
I mean,
like, how many plays does it have? Let's see how many plays this thing has.
For I'm Destroying the World?
Yeah. Oh, it's not even the most played song.
Oh, that's interesting.
She's Got the Look has 10 million plays.
And then I'm Destroying the World is right under that. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I stand corrected. You know, so it's not just Tony Hawk is taking her bath. It is off the same record.
Same record.
Also, Quinn, can you, when you edit the Guttermouth clip, can you just include the Spotify cover image of what they have? Yeah, it's not going to show on the thing.
Yes, I can.
Okay. You'll
Like
see
they're
it,
just
and you'll
roasting
see
marshmallows over a fire.
why. No, it's some guy, and he's got he's like he's got dentures in. When I think he already has teeth.
Wait,
Anyway,
I don't even see
anywho.
that. That's fucking hilarious.
I'll I'll take a
Screenshot it just in case.
s-
Yeah.
yeah, before they delete it. I'm gonna put it in the do it or don't group chat. Oh, I thought you guys were gonna look at it. I was like waiting for the response.
Oh.
See, Jordan's not even here, and he's already seen it.
Oh yeah, I see.
Anyways, next, House of Pain. I'ma swing it. This song is hard. Endgame opened a show with the beginning of this song. Fun fact. We came in right when it's like, I'ma swing it. Watch me bring it to the next level. And then, meh. I also like the lyric from this track where he says, I'm not Phil Collins, I'm more like Henry Rollins. Because that just feels very like, it's almost like, not like the song was written for a Tony Hawk game, but it feels very appropriate. KRS-One Hush. This song is so good. Weirdly enough, is not on Spotify anymore for some reason.
Spotify.
KRS, what's happening?
It's canceled.
Was he canceled?
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Very catchy chorus. Make you a thug. Dun, 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 dun. Make you a thug. Great song. The Mad Capsule Markets Pulse. Wait, is that the band that I'm thinking about? Oh. That's the crazy track that starts with like the distorted scream. Right?
I don't
Yes.
see that one even on the playlist.
It's at the bottom. So that's why it like caught me off guard that it was higher on the list.
Oh.
And it's the Mad Capsule Markets are like a band from Japan.
This is crazy music. This is crazy music for crazy people.
It like the artwork, like the song is maybe the like I think it's equally as crazy as the Primus track, but for entirely different reasons.
Yeah.
But it is still very punk oriented, even though it says on Google that their genre is J-pop. I hate when people do that for international artists. Oh, it's pop from Japan. Shut the fuck up.
They're Japanese. It must be J-pop.
Again, no misses. Motorhead, Ace of Spades. I will die on a hill that I think this is the flagship song of this entire game. It's in the intro.
It really is.
You need that fast, thrashy shit when you're like ripping around trying to find the secret tape. So good. The Next Man Amongst the Madness. So good. Like, it's that, like, going from a Motorhead song to that, it's like a nice, like, oh, okay. I can do some kickflips and nose grab here.
This
and
one
there.
was okay. I'll be honest, that track was not my favorite. Especially out of the hip hop ones, I think the KRS-One one was the hardest. It was the sickest one, but this one was
I'll
too
take that
chill for me.
criticism. But again, we gotta have some diversity of beats.
It's too chill. I have no chill.
I think Amongst the Madness is just a really good song name.
Mm-hmm.
It feels good in your mouth when you say it. amongst the madness.
Amongst.
Oz. Oh God, someone help me out. Ozomatli. Cut Chemist Sweet. I feel like I'm blanking on how the song goes, to be honest.
It was like a funky, rappy beat song.
Okay. Well, we can move on from that. The Ramones, Butchki Bop. This feels forced in. I don't know if that's a hot take. I know the Ramones are a legendary group, and this is a legendary song. But could have been fine without it. You know, I don't feel like it's like what we saw in some of the other stuff from Tony Hawk and then the ex-producer of the Tony Hawk games. They were just picking songs that they were hearing. It wasn't about like, let's get the biggest names, let's get all these things. Like, you know, someone going out and buying this Tony Hawk game at their local game store doesn't know who Del the Funky Homo Sapien is, or who Guttermouth is, or like the Adolescents. But I feel like most people, I feel like these next two tracks are maybe the Ramones. I wouldn't say is a stain. It just feels unnecessary, in my humble opinion.
Yes.
This is the track that I always skip when I would play this game.
It's a weird track, but looking back, I think it's such a sleeper Chili Peppers track from like a pretty obscure album.
Oh, okay. But again, we're trying to think about it in a silo, right?
Yeah.
Of
I know.
one specific.
I like it.
But like, what would compared to this other stuff, it's not as strong.
No. It's a huge change up. It's pretty funky.
Yeah. It feels like, okay, for some reason my dad has like interrupted my video game soundtrack and like hotwired the dad rock station, and I have to listen to this Red Hot Chili Pepper song before I can move on with my life. That's a very obscure example, but
yes.
Redman, Let's Get Dirty. So in the Spotify, it's like the original track, which has like, it's uncensored. But I remember, I think in the game it is censored because he drops the N-word within the first like 4 words or whatever. But I think in the game it's attention, all you. And I think they bleep bitches too. So I thought it was like, is it like an echo effect? But it's like, nope. He's just saying profanities that would make this game rated M very quick. Great song though. It's hard. It's almost like too hard.
I mean, it's Redman.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I want, like, Redman goes that hard, but it's like we're also playing a Tony Hawk game. I think rap battle Redman Let's Get Dirty versus KRS One Hush. I'm voting for Hush. I feel like there's just more to that song. Personally, I love you, Redman. If you ever watch this, he won't watch this.
The KRS One, he's just so hard.
Reverend Horton Heat. I Can't Surf. I think there are years I like this song and then years I don't like this song.
I was too young for this song when I played this game. I feel like to be into any Reverend Horton Heat, you have to be like 40 years old. It's just like you're past your punk phase, you're into rockabilly now.
Right. I think it's definitely not one of the strongest tracks on here. Also, like, kind of I don't know if it was maybe intentional to do a joke of like, hey, let's put a song in a skateboarding game called I Can't Surf.
That's pretty funny. I would not put that past him.
No. Rollins Band, What's the Matter, Man? I think this is the sleeper track of this list. I love the high energy. I love Rollins' voice. It's very like rock core. It's good. Exhibit.
X to the Z, exhibit.
Exhibit. You're getting a lot of points on Scrabble. Putting down that word. Paparazzi.
This
This
is a track.
This is a good track. It always fucked with my brain because it starts with the photo clicks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's a very similar sound effect in the game where either you're like you get hit or like something happens that like the song would start playing and then it would trigger like, oh, like what's happening? So over time it took me a while to be like, oh no, this is the song. This is another like more chill hip hop like rap inspired track, right? Or does it start that way and then pick up?
I was really down with this song.
I remember this song. Yep.
Okay.
It was like a
That
nice
didn't-
chill.
Okay.
I remember
was
it
like,
being
is
chill.
anyone going to answer my question? I like
No,
this song.
I liked that it was like, and sometimes I would get it after like one of the heavier tracks, and it would come in and be like, all right, I'm just gonna cruise. I'm gonna do some like Smiths down this rail.
Yeah. It almost feels like redemption wise. Like sometimes I literally remember times like bailing on the biggest combo and then that song would start playing and it was almost this like you're standing in the rain, like head down, like fuck. Okay, I gotta
It is
pick
what it
myself.
is, you know.
It is what it is. I gotta move forward.
It is what it.
Now watch this drive. That's for you. Last, Zebrahead Check. Another incredible song. I feel like a very good counterpart in like crazy musicianship and like going like being like punk and then like having the rap and then having the crazy like the guitar stuff. I feel like this pairs very nicely with the CKY song Up Above. And that's the end.
This track was not for me.
You don't like that?
No, it was too weird.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's too weird for me.
I think as a guitarist, you can't not like that song.
Like, yeah, it's too. It was.
It's got a good hook.
When it gets to the chorus, I was like, okay, like this is fine, but the lyrics. I mean, not the lyrics, but like the vocal sound was just like, ugh.
There's so many.
It's too
so
like.
many, there's so many beats in
What?
there, Grace. I can't believe you don't like that song. Oh, so
It's just-
good.
I was not into the weirdo music when I was like younger. I was into like fast and like heavy. So that's why I was like,
Okay.
you know, that Guttermouth song. I was like, hell yeah, this is sick. The AFI song was the best one.
Yes. Okay. I know
I might have a deep
where I
dive
want
on
to
Body
put
Jar
this.
now though, because that I just rediscovered my love for Body Jar doing this episode.
So I know where I want to put this. I have a bias, but I need to hear from everyone else that I'm not. Like,
That's what Grayson's doing.
wait, is it this? No, wait.
I think he's doing it. I'm doing it backwards.
S gang,
Wait.
stand
Oh,
up.
wait, am I
Wait.
doing it correctly now?
There we go.
This
None
is
of
an
us know how
S.
to make an S. It's fine, guys.
I don't know how to make an S. Put it in the S.
This is S. So for Tony Hawk's 1, 2, and 3, this is where we're at. As we go through more of these, we'll add it, and then we'll have to have those very hard discussions whether a certain soundtrack is better than the other within its respective tier list. I personally think Pro Skater 3 might go all the way at being at the top here. It's so stacked. It has some flaws, but I feel like the tracks that aren't as heavy hitting still play a part.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
It's formative.
yes.
Like, it was necessary at the time.
It was
I
necessary.
need
So
that.
and I think that's a good place to wrap up this episode. Unless anyone else has anything that they want to say or plug or.
I would like to get sponsored by Dr. Pepper Zero. Shout out to Dr. Pepper Zero. It is delicious. It tastes like cherries.
Not an ad.
This is not an ad read. This is just, I want that. I would love that. So, DP, hit me up. I'm American. You're American.
Quinn, do you have any sponsorship requests?
No, I think I'm good.
Also,
Okay.
Fireball. At me.
Oh my god.
Grace is like, I'll take Quinn's sponsorship slot.
Rode Microphones. Where you at?
Oh my
What's
god.
all this about? What's all? throw it up, Spencer. Let me see that Rode. Let me see.
I mean, I'm not using Rode, so.
Shh. We'll get you on road. No, we'll get you on road. We'll get you on road.
Before we go, can I show you guys my sick Fast and Furious shirt?
Yeah.
Does it have a picture of Paul Walker?
It looks like it's cars.
Okay, so it says Fast and
Oh.
Furious.
There's Lady
And then-
McQueen on the back. Just kidding. I wish.
That'd be sick.
That is actually pretty cool.
Insert funk beat.
I thrifted that in Edmonton.
That's
Nice.
pretty tight.
It was also one of those, like, I took a bunch of my old vintage, traded it in, and then I got this pretty much for what my trade-in was.
Nice. Not bad.
I had the very first shirt I ever thrifted was like an old Apple shirt. It says like learning curve on it. It had a bunch of colors on it. I maybe wore it once a year. That they said the value of that was like $55. I'm like,
That's crazy.
and this is arguably very sick, or inarguably very sick, but it was $90. So that one shirt that I maybe wore once a year paid for over half of this shirt. So anywho,
Sorry,
and it
I had
fits
so
me
much drink in my
perfectly.
mouth. Wait. So you said you thrifted that shirt?
Vintage. Vintage
shopped
shop.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
Thrifted implies you got it at a Value Village, I guess.
At like
right?
$5-6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at a Goodwill.
Yeah. No.
Like
not-
I wouldn't say I thrifted this shirt. I bought it at Hadio's, which is like a pseudo vintage thrift shop, and I still paid like $25 for this. So that doesn't feel thrifted to me.
Okay,
You
well,
paid
not to.
90.
Well, okay, this is like a curated, like
Like a vintage shop.
yeah,
Yeah.
a vintage
not,
store.
Not a thrift
Like-
store.
like
You
I
used the
got,
wrong term.
Okay.
yeah. I got like a
'Cause, girl,
Carhartt.
that is expensive.
I mean, some vintage. Okay, play devil's advocate. The term vintage can be applied to more than just clothing. So people can
Well,
buy
absolutely.
vintage furniture that is like $600, $700, $800, And I know it full well because my wife sends me Facebook Marketplace ads that I'm like, holy fuck.
Trying to get
Like,
that
not like-
Scandinavian credenza. You know what I'm saying? For my record player.
Yeah, there's a lot of teak wood coffee tables that I'm like, in another life where money wasn't a problem, maybe.
Who knows?
Also, I'm
She
very sad that I downloaded all these videos and then forgot to play them. I even got the
think I
Canada
need to-
level.
That's okay.
That's one of my favorite
We'll
levels.
forgive you.
Maybe I'll play this out. I'll play out Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 with the outro. If I can do this. Hold on. Where's... Oh,
What you doing?
I don't know. It's pulling up other programs.
Just play it. Just play it.
Give me one sec.
Just play it.
Hold on.
Just play it.
Just
This
play
is why I
it.
need... Well, literally, if you could see me, you'd be like, oh, I understand. Wait, why is it grayed out? Oh, now it's not.
What are you doing?
All right, it's playing. Can you hear it? Because I can't, actually. What's going
It's
on?
playing.
It's not playing for me.
It is playing.
It is playing.
Okay, well, you guys will have to talk the outro because I can't hear it.
Chicken jockey.
I hit it perfectly. You guys.
You did. You did it that perfectly.
It was
Spencer
perfect.
missed it.
Are you serious?
I know. I'll
He
have to
said
watch
he
it back at
couldn't
the
hear
edit.
it.
Oh my god! It was literally perfect.
I see the bar going this way, and literally there's no music coming in.
Oh.
I'm very proud of you.
Oh.
Oh. Wait.
This has to be a blooper. Like, not just a clip, but a straight up blooper.
He's just gone. The computer died. It's dead.
But it's still recording.
He's gonna pop back in and be like, I gotta get a new computer.
Oh,
It's my cat's birthday today.
happy birthday, Grayson's cat.
We put a hat on him. He didn't
Hat
like it.
on him.
Yeah, he didn't like
Oh,
it.
like earlier.
Yeah. But look, he was wearing a hat.
Cute. You said he didn't like it though.
No, he kept trying to take it off.
Just had a panic attack.
Spencer, I think, is back.
Hey, Spencer.
Thank you everyone for tuning in and listening to us ramble about Tony Hawk and all of those things. We appreciate it. And we're going to keep doing this. And we're going to do all of them because that's the only way that we know how to do things. And for some reason, the outro is still not working. It's just very frustrating.
You want to see a picture of my cat wearing a birthday hat? Because
Yes.
this is his birthday.
Today?
Yeah,
What?
look. He's
A
cute.
fucking cutie.
That's what I
He's
said.
so cute.
Well,
He's a good boy.
yeah, I don't know. I can't play the outro, at least hearing it on my end. So we will
That's
just
okay.
have to end the episode the old-fashioned way and just say goodbye. Yes. We will see you next
Bye.
week. For more Dude or Don't, make sure you're subscribed. follow the episode and share the stuff when it comes out, because that's how this show grows. And maybe after this episode, pick up Tony Hawk 1, 2, or 3 and maybe give it a rip while listening to this episode. Let's just end with the most iconic Tony Hawk Pro Skater level. I'll step away.
Warehouse. It's warehouse.
Warehouse
It's black.
tape challenges.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure it said it on the screen. If you can read.
But yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Tony Hawk Pro Skater forever.
Bye.